You know that feeling when you're reading something and you just know there's more to it? Like a secret code hidden between the lines? Well, today we're talking about the key to unlocking that code. It's a powerful tool called close reading, and it helps us uncover all the hidden meanings that lie just beneath the surface.
Oh, we have all been there, right? You get to the bottom of a page, your eyes have scanned every single word, but you have absolutely no idea what you just read. It's so frustrating, but it's a super common experience, and it's exactly what we're going to fix today.
You see, there are really two ways to read anything. There's what we could call surface reading. That's when you're just skimming, trying to get the gist of it, the main plot points. And then there's close reading. This is where you put on your detective hat, pull out the magnifying glass, and start digging for the clues the author left behind.
So what is the superpower really? Let's open up our detective's toolkit and get a good look at our main technique for cracking the case.
Okay, so at its heart, close reading is basically the art of slowing down. It means taking a short piece of text and giving it your full, sustained attention. You're looking really closely at the specific words, the way sentences are built, and all those little details to figure out what's really going on.
So, what questions should a good reading detective be asking? Well, you start with the basics. What's literally happening? Then you dig deeper. What's the author's tone here? Are they being serious, sarcastic? You hunt for things like metaphors and symbols, and you look at how the whole thing is put together. Asking these kinds of questions is what turns reading from a passive activity into an active investigation.
And why go through all this trouble? I'll tell you why. The rewards are absolutely huge. When you start reading this way, you don't just understand things better, you start making these incredible discoveries that were hiding in plain sight.
For starters, you just get a much better handle on what you're reading. You start to see what the writer really wanted to tell you, and you notice important details you would have just flown right past before. And this builds up your critical thinking muscles, because you start asking questions like, why did they choose that word? Or, what's the hidden argument here?
But it's not just about analysis. Close reading actually helps us grow our empathy. It lets you step into someone else's shoes and see the world from their perspective. And honestly, it just gives you a deeper appreciation for language itself. You start to see the writer's craft, noticing how they use words to create images, sounds, and feelings. It's pretty amazing.
All right, theory's great and all, but this stuff really comes to life when you see it in action. So let's take a famous little piece of text and put our new detective skills to the test. Here it is, our text under investigation. These are some super famous lines from Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken. Now, on the surface, it seems simple enough, right? A guy makes a choice in the woods. But let's apply our close reading toolkit and see what's really going on.
Okay, let's break this down. First, the word choice. Diverged. It's not just split. Diverged feels more permanent, like a critical moment of decision. Then look at the repetition of I. It really emphasizes how personal this choice is, and maybe even a little hesitant. And all of this builds up to the central metaphor. The road isn't just a path in the woods. It's a metaphor for an unconventional life choice. And just like that, the meaning is so much richer and more complicated than we first thought.
Now let's be real. Just like any good detective story, it's not always easy. There are definitely some common roadblocks that can get in the way of a successful investigation when we're trying to read closely.
And these are challenges every single one of us faces. Sometimes a limited vocabulary can make it tough to catch the little details. And trying to have intense focus in a world that's practically designed to distract us, yeah, that's a tough one. Plus, sometimes our own biases and what we think we know can make us completely miss clues that contradict our beliefs.
But hey, don't worry. Every great detective has a guide. We've identified the challenges, so now let's look at some actual, actionable strategies you can use to overcome them and crack the case every time. Here's your game plan. First, develop your focus. Use active strategies, like actually writing notes in the margins. You can even use different colors for different things. Second, build your knowledge. If you can, look up key vocabulary before you even start reading. Third, improve your skills by asking those bigger, higher-level questions, like, what is the author just assuming here? And finally, when you hit a complex part, don't be afraid to just reread it, or better yet, talk it over with a friend.
And please remember this, nobody starts out as a master detective. Close reading isn't some magic talent you're born with. It's a skill. It's like a muscle. The more you practice, the better you get, the sharper you become, and the more you'll uncover.
So, you've got your new toolkit, you've got your strategies. The only real question left is, what are you going to read next? What hidden meanings and surprising secrets are just waiting there right under the surface for you to find them? The investigation is officially all yours.